Hello, folks. I hope everybody's well tonight. As usual, I'm going to read the last 7 daily inspirational messages, and then you guys can choose one, and we can go from there. Okay, let's see. Okay, February 3rd, revealing the truth within. February 4th, becoming your greatest supporter. February 5th, what happens as we awaken. February 6th, fear is an unconscious act of self-deception. February 7th, ending the blame game. February 8th, the practice of trust, and on February 9th, returning to our natural state, the state of peace. Any of those do it for you all?
Hi, everyone.
Hey, Christina.
Hi.
Christina's back. Hi.
Hi guys, I've missed you guys.
We
It
missed
feels like it's
you.
been forever. Jeez.
Yeah.
Nice to be home.
Are you back?
Yes, I'm back. I'm back and
Hooray.
I'm not leaving for a while, so I'm happy.
All right. Well, I mentioned the 7 daily inspirations. I'll let you guys choose one. I'll go ahead and reread them again. It's February 3rd, revealing the truth within. February 4th, becoming your greatest supporter. February 5th, what happens as we awaken. February 6th, fear is an unconscious act of self-deception. February 7th, ending the blame game. February 8th, the practice of trust. And February 9th, returning to a natural state, a state of peace. Any of those?
Returning to our natural state, a state of peace.
Okay. Let's go ahead with that. All right. This is the condensed version. It's 2 paragraphs long. Returning to our natural state, the state of peace. In paragraph 1. Today, let us practice returning to a natural state, the state of peace. We can do this by making our primary goal for the day to consciously move in the direction of peace. Before any interaction, we can remind ourselves, peace is my goal for this interaction. By bringing this goal to our awareness, we awaken to the understanding that thanks to free will, peace is always just a choice away. By making peace our goal, the situation then becomes a means to achieve it. If during the interaction we feel out of alignment with our goal, we can quickly remind ourselves of it, take a deep breath, and correct our path. Today, we are being proactive, bringing a greater sense of peace into our life, and because we're all one, into the lives of others. Paragraph 2. Today, let us see every interaction as an opportunity to bring us into a more conscious alignment with the state of peace. Peace as an expression of love is our natural state of mind. When we're not at peace, we're not in our natural state of mind. Today, through the goal of peace, we align with our natural state of mind. During the interaction, if you find yourself out of alignment with your goal, take a deep breath, forgive yourself and others, and return to peace. Then internally offer your brother and sister gratitude for being a part of a process that has helped you depart from a judgment-centric mindset that never delivered the state of peace to you. End of paragraph 2. And so the idea for today's daily inspiration is simply, how do we practice aligning with the energy of peace? And so it's the best way to do so is to do so not reactively, but proactively. Meaning that we set our goal before every interaction. My goal is peace. That's the step 1. Step 2, during the interaction, just think about, am I at peace? Are my thoughts, words, and actions leading me to peace or away from peace? If they're leading me away from peace, then I forgive myself and others, and I come back to peace. And then after the interaction, which is part 3, is just go over the interaction and see how well your thoughts, words, and actions aligned with the state of peace. And so by doing so, you become more proactive and you make peace your constant companion. Hello, Marty.
Hi
Hey,
there, everyone.
Hey, we're doing the February 9th daily inspiration, returning to a natural state of peace. Any comments or questions? No? Okay, good night. Oh, God. Okay.
That was good. I liked it.
Yeah. You always get what you pay for.
James got jokes. And for Monday,
Yeah.
wait. Does this have anything to do with the Super Bowl yesterday?
Well, this shirt does.
Gotcha.
This Philadelphia shirt. Well, it's green shirt. And since I don't have a girlfriend, I can actually wear a shirt 2 days in a row.
We're not gonna tell on you.
Yeah. Only when you're dating a woman does she remind you, hey, didn't you wear that shirt yesterday? Oh, yeah.
Mm.
Anyway, I'm not a comedian, so
You kind of are.
yeah. Okay, so anyway, let's stick to the point. State of peace. Returning to the state of peace. So that was a very simple 3-step process that you can use to be proactively aligned with the state of peace. 1, before the interaction, make a conscious decision to make peace your constant companion and align your thoughts, words, and there's some right here. Your thought, words, and actions with peace. Step 2, when you're in this interaction, are my thoughts, words, and actions aligned with peace? And step 3 is after the interaction. Did I align my words with peace? And if not, then I forgive myself and prepare myself for the next interaction. All right. Any comments or questions? Wendy, how's your peace? Oh, somebody has a question?
Well, I never even really thought of that peace would be our natural state. It's like it's not it's sort of a concept that I had to adjust to, which I think is so wonderful that that's our baseline and that's where we should be as our normal state. But that's like a revolutionary idea in my family that peace is our natural state. So I love that to keep reminding myself, no, that's the natural state, not the anxiety is not the natural state.
Yes, that is key. And obviously, there's so many distractions in the world that it makes you lose your peace of mind and get distracted by the world. And that's part of the world's little game, is to distract you from your function in whatever way, shape, or form it can. And so the ego, or the devil, or whatever you want to call it, has created all these distractions that align you with the state of anxiety, that make you feel anxious. Everybody's anxious. All the kids are anxious. Everybody's worried. And then because everybody is acting that way, then we think it's natural and normal to be anxious. But that's the last thing we should be, because we're not that. We're love, and all of love's expressions, and peace is one of those primary expressions of love. And so peace is our natural state of mind. And if you're not at peace, then you're somewhere within your heart and mind where you do not belong. And so just practice remembering that you're worthy of peace, that the capital P, peace, Father of peace, created you. So peace is your inheritance. But to enjoy your inheritance, what do you have to do? You have to accept it and then share it with others. And so all you have to do is accept that you're worthy of peace, be peace, choose peace, forgive everything else, and offer only peace to your brothers and sisters who are one with you. And so when you offer it to them, it flows through you and throughout your day. Any comments or questions? Okay, let me go around. Roberta, how's your peace of mind this week?
It's well, I have the flu, body issues.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, oh, and you're in Florida. Wow, the whole
Yeah.
house has it.
Yeah.
So my piece has been the Eagles playing with the body issues and also putting unfair stories on my son and daughter-in-law, that my son's being treated unfairly. So working with that and letting it go. And yeah, just just that.
That is being treated unfairly by your daughter-in-law?
Daughter-in-law, yes. But then the ego is pretty smart, because then it tries to use the past.
Yeah.
Like, oh, so then he must have, because children, we don't learn what our parents say. We learn what they do. So what did I do? What did I teach him as a parent? And that's exactly what he's attracted to. I was a doer, just do. I was in ego mode, raising them and doing everything for everybody else and caretaking. So he learned that from the old me. He's the old version of me. I always say my children are the old version of me. So I can't expect them, and it's not my job to expect them to change either. So I just have to not fall into the guilt trap. So your videos have been helping to not go back into the ego. Just let it go, be gentle with myself, and then just offer love and peace. Like when I was shoveling the snow yesterday, even though I had the flu and my chest couldn't take the pain, I was helping him because no one else was helping him. Well, my daughter was. So I went outside so I'm crying while I'm shoveling, and I'm laughing at the same time, and I'm saying the lesson at the same time, that he's the Holy Son of God. So it was a beautiful moment, even though I seemed quite out of it.
Yeah. Remember that we're always doing the best we can with the tools we have available to us. And so in your past, and everybody's past, in each moment, we had the tools that we needed for that moment to express our experience in whichever way God, our divine self, thought it should express it in order to continue to grow, heal, and awaken. And so whatever it is that you experience in point X or Y, both in point X or Y, let's say point X was 10 years ago and point Y was 20 years ago. Okay. 10 years ago, you had certain spiritual, emotional uh, tools available to you, right? And so in that time, you did the best you could with the information that you had available to you, right? And then let's say that was 10 years ago. Let's say now that's 5 years ago. And 5 years ago, whatever it is that you went through, you did the best you could with the tools, emotional, spiritual, and physical tools that you had available to you, right? You made the best decisions possible with the tools that you had inside of you, right?
Yeah.
So if you made the best decisions possible 10 years ago or 20 years ago and 5 years ago, that means in each state of your life, you've always been making the best decision possible, the most loving decision possible in your current state of spiritual and emotional growth. And so if you're always doing the best that you can possible, then compassion and understanding is the appropriate response to you and your experience instead of condemnation and judgment and regret. And so if you learn that about yourself, you can have a little more peace, and then you can put that same thinking onto your son and daughter-in-law. They're always doing the best they can with the tools that they have available to them in that moment.
Sure.
And so when you realize that they're actually doing the best they can in that moment, then your judgments go down and your appreciation for their effort goes up. And so that's what we want to be doing each and every time we interact with somebody, is remember that they're always doing the best they can.
Yeah.
Appreciate their efforts and
Yeah.
judge them less because they're just doing the best they can.
Yes, I've been very grateful to Holy Spirit because I'm not the judgment with my daughter-in-law. It doesn't come, which is great. Like even with my asthma, she's a nurse and she's been helping me at night, like cupping and helping me breathe. And I'm like, wow, even though I don't relate to how they're, well, the ego doesn't agree with how they're married. That's not my business. I'm very grateful for how they are. And we keep good boundaries regardless that we all live together. That's always great to see.
Yes, something that helps me during colds is to try and fast and not eat and just drink water. I mean, unless you have to go out and do some job, outside of the house, and obviously you probably need some nutrition. But
Yeah.
yeah,
I've been doing teas and lots of water and black seed oil, things like that.
yeah, because you want to give your digestive system time to rest, so that it doesn't have, so your body doesn't have to work on digestion. So what your body's always working, but if you're putting 50% of your time on digestion of the energy of the body, then the body only has 50% of the time to heal. But if you shut this down, then this energy that was going to digestion can now go to healing. And so now you have more energy to heal the body. That being said, I did eat today, so but tomorrow might be better.
Yeah.
Yes. So yes. Remember, we're always at your highest level of development, and so have compassion for yourself along your journey. And when you do, because we're all one, you'll have more compassion for your son and his process and his healing and awakening process, and your daughter's-in-law's healing and awakening process.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Wendy, peace.
Hello. I think when I comparatively look at how I was before, as I was saying yesterday, I think I'm doing great, but I have my moments. I have my baubles. I was with my dad in the hospital for like 10 hours on Friday, and it was pre-planned. He had a catheterization. He's very old. He's going to be 91, but he has a bad valve, and so they were deciding whether or not they could do the surgery on him. And the hospital day was fine, but I've talked to you before about signs, like looking for signs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm not quite sure what to do with this, because if there's something good that I see, I'm thrilled that I was looking for signs. But if there's something that I see that is not good, it really can cause fear in me, and so I'm not sure whether I should just stop looking for signs or whatever. But just the day before his surgery, I don't know what it is with birds in my life and death, but a dog attacked apparently a duck and killed it, and it was in my yard. And my daughter called to tell me that. So I was prepared before I got home. Then she gave me another call, and she's like, I don't know how to tell you what's happening here. She said it's kind of, there's blood everywhere on the driveway. And I'm like, what? And it was buzzards. They came and dismembered this poor thing, and I had to clean it up. I will say that the Course in Miracles made it so that I did that cleanup, because there is nobody to help me. It's just me. I did that cleanup with very, very little upset, which kind of shocked me, because I do not generally do well with death. And I think everybody heard a few weeks ago that I had other bird issues, but I was kind of shocked. I don't know if I'm just stunned into submission at this point or what, but I did it. I let it go, but it kept sticking in my head. Like, is this an omen? Buzzards are bad, death, destruction, carnage. And I had to go take my dad to the hospital the next day. So I kind of tortured myself with that a little bit, actually. And I'm not, again, he turned out, it was fine. It went great. I'm thrilled to say. And, I was with him all day, and it was great. But that bothered me, and I didn't really know what to do with it, because I don't know. Like I said, I like to look for positive signs. I see doves, I see a beautiful heron in my yard. So I don't know whether I should just stop looking at all, or when something comes up that I think is a negative sign, to tell myself that I'm misinterpreting. So your 2 cents would be nice.
All right. Any comments or questions on Wendy's situation and signs?
Wendy, in the Yoruba religion in Cuba, which is the African religion, one of, Santeria is one of those. There is a belief that whenever a bird will die in your home is good because he's picking up negative energy. That's why he's dying. Okay. So in this case, it's a positive thing. Don't know if it's gonna help you. I grew up thinking that, but then again, beliefs are you have to believe in it. So if you want to see it in a positive way, that's a positive way.
I do. Thank you. Not only do I want to see it in a positive way, now that it's over, I'm looking at it in reverse and I'm like, oh, it was a sign that everything's going to be fine. It took all the bad stuff away.
That's usually what it is for us.
Thank you, Nori.
You're welcome.
Yeah, and also we talked about Sunday how vultures are a cleaning animal, an animal that actually cleans the environment by eating what's quote unquote dead, and so that's another cleansing symbol. And so whenever an animal has passed and other birds are cleaning it up, I see it as a positive. Then again, I see everything as a positive. So
I agree with you on that.
Well, that's what I aim for. I actually want to see everything as a positive, because what's the point in scaring myself?
yeah,
It made me uncomfortable. And I was like, I don't want to sit here thinking this, because now it's just making me worried for my father. But thank you. I think you did mention that, and maybe I couldn't take it in. I don't know, but I really appreciate it. And I just continue. I look at the news very little, but I guess certain things just jump into my, eye, as I was talking about on Sunday. And I'm not sure if I should just not look anymore or just keep looking for how to use it for the good.
yeah. Keep looking and keep looking to see for the good. It's always for the good. Everything is for the good. Everything's Ivory. You should all go to Jamaica with me. Go see my old Rasta friends. Get on the beach and share some merchandise with them.
I'm on it.
I've
Don't
actually,
make invitations you're not planning to allow a follow-up on, because we're all going to be hanging with you in Jamaica.
Oh,
My-
you bet.
my only drug story is that I smoked pot twice in my life. That's the only drugs I've ever done, and both times I did them in spring break in Jamaica. And I sat with a Rasta man on the side of the ocean, and we smoked, and he had like a cigar type roach, I guess you call them, and obviously I took a couple hits, and I was in La La Land, and I asked him, how many of these do you smoke a day? And he goes, 24. I'm like, oh my God.
Wow.
But
Wow.
all it did for me was make me want to eat. So I had like 3 lobsters afterwards.
Nice.
Yeah. And
James,
watching the sun,
I would pay
watching the sunset and eating lobsters.
I would pay some money to see a picture of you sitting by a Rasta guy smoking a joint. I mean, I would scrape together some good money to see that.
Oh my God, that would be a sight. Oh my God.
Yep. Good old Jamaica. So the bottom line, my point was that everything's Ivory. Everything's working on your behalf. It's just that the ego tries to twist it and makes you try to think that something's going against you, but it's not. All is for you. All is good. And so be at peace. Check out the signs. Learn to read the signs and be thankful. Okay. Thank you, Wendy.
Thank you, Jane.
Got a little bit of a headache. Mary, how's your piece going?
My piece is going very well. and like every second of my life, it pops up. My experiences today were, of course, the movies that I play in my mind, and I'm just catching it really early on, choosing peace instead of all this other stuff, and just clearing it out of the way. And I'm so thankful for that, James. It makes such a world of difference. I had a conversation yesterday with my sister, and it wasn't a bad conversation. It wasn't a good conversation. It was just a conversation. But I could tell that she's going through a lot of stuff. She has to have surgery, and my nephew lives in Georgia, and she's pretty much on her own. And just out of the blue today, I just called her and I said, "Hey, my sister, don't worry, I'm gonna be there for the surgery, and just don't worry about it." And she told me, "Well, you're calling me. I'm doing this training for work. They're putting me in a position that I did not want, and it's a lot of responsibility, and it's an 8-week training, and I've been handling it poorly. But anyway, I just had to call her in the middle of the day, and she was so surprised, and she said to me, "Thank you." And I said, "Look, my sister, don't worry. If my nephew can't make it, I'm gonna be there. I was there for her last surgery, but in our minds, we play stories and revisit memories, and what I'm doing is I'm catching myself quickly, and I'm not. It's not experiences that we have with other people that we ask for blessings before the interaction. This is stuff that pops up from the past. But I'm doing really, really good, James, because I am nipping it in the bud in like less than 10 seconds. Aha, there you are. No, I don't have room for you. And just kick it out.
That's a beautiful thing.
I want to be in peace. I choose peace. Peace all around me, peace with my neighbors, peace with my fellow man. Just peace.
Yes, and the key is to catch your unpeaceful or unloving thoughts when they first pop up and try to catch them as quickly as possible.
Agree.
And then you don't punish yourself for that. You just forgive yourself and forgive your brothers and sisters and come back to peace, come back to center, and then act from a place of peace.
If I may interrupt you a second, now that I'm older, I think about this more than when I was younger, but it's almost like what energy, what interaction do you want to have with the people around you that are important to you, and with strangers, with anybody? And a loving thought, a smile, a kind word, a gentle look goes such a long way for you internally, for me internally, for experiencing the moment, but also what I am giving to others. And I ask myself this more so now than I have ever asked myself in the past, and it's that what do you want to leave out of this interaction? At the end, if it's 1 minute, if it's a day, how do you want to end this? And it makes the shift even faster, quicker, because I want to be in peace. I want to be in love. No, wait. I choose to be in peace. I choose to give love. And it's like a revolving door. The more you do it, the more opportunities that come up, the quicker that you catch it, the the easier that it becomes. Now, mind you, I have my moments that I fall hard a lot, but I see the wheels turning. I see it all in positive. So thank you, my brother. You've had a lot to do with all of this.
Thank you. Thank you, Holy Spirit. And
Thank
yes,
you, Holy Spirit.
Yeah, the more times you get to practice going from a place of unpeacefulness to peacefulness, from a place of unforgiveness to forgiveness, the more time you see that you're worthy of that peace and that forgiving state. And so all those people who helped you, who triggered you, are actually the ones who are helping you practice choosing peace and choosing forgiveness. And so gratitude becomes your response to that. For the opportunity to practice remembering that you have free will and that you can bring yourself to peace or remove yourself from peace.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We need a standing ovation emoji. I don't have one. Mari, I'm giving you a standing ovation.
Why in the world?
Because it was
No, wait,
beautiful.
wait. I take it. I receive it, my sister. Thank
There
you.
you go. There you go.
Nice. Actually, if you give me a second.